Hi everyone, it's Nick. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are talking about spring cleaning. We are talking about items that you might have in your home. They could be decor, they could just be household items that I think are ready to go. So there were some things that I got rid of and I feel so much better for it that I thought maybe I could give you all some ideas on what maybe might be lurking in your house that maybe you need to throw in the garbage too. Or of course, you can always donate it as well, so other people can have your ugly crap. Okay, I wanna take a minute and thank today's sponsor, which is Milanote, the new note-taking app that I'm absolutely obsessed with because it is extremely visual. So not only do I use it for all of my YouTube videos, but I'm also using it for my new house project that Mike and I are working on in the Okanagan. We're building a new custom home, so that requires things like mood boards and finding inspiration images on the internet of sort of what we want this house to sort of look and feel like. You can save images and notes and different boards. So Mike and I are able to comment with each other on like what we sort of like and don't like about different images that we see on these boards, which is amazing and saves a ton of time and just makes the whole project so much easier. Milanote also has like a Pinterest-like, I'm gonna call it, Chrome extension, which means that anything that I see on the internet, like any sort of couch that maybe we like from a certain retailer or inspiration image, I can just click the little Milanote button in the corner and save it to whatever board I want to. So Milanote has been absolutely amazing. I pretty much store my entire life there. You can click on the link in the description, which is going to be milanote.com/nicklewis, and go check it out for yourself. Thank you again, Milanote, for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to it. Okay, the first item that I have on my list, this is like specifically for my mom. So like my mom, if you're watching, like I'm telling you to do this specifically, but I'm sure this will also help tens of thousands of other people as well, which is mismatched cutlery. So I made a deal with my mom ages ago that I would buy her new cutlery on one condition, that if she took the new cutlery, she had to get rid of all the old stuff. She did not hold up to her side of the bargain. She threw all the beautiful new stuff in with all that old junk that's been there since I was about 5. So personally for me, when it comes to things like mugs and cutlery and a lot of kitchen stuff, I think if you're gonna commit to getting new stuff, I personally like having a whole set that matches. I know some people like to go eclectic and they like to collect mugs and stuff, and that can maybe be fine, but I generally favor a step change. I personally prefer that if you're going to get all new stuff, then get rid of all the old stuff. So if you've maybe got some mismatched cutlery, if you've got some knives and forks and spoons where you maybe bought some new stuff, but you just threw it in with the old, this is your chance, this is your sign to get rid of all that old stuff. Go into that drawer and get rid of all that old nasty cutlery that's been there for 10 years. Because the thing is that no matter how beautiful all your decor is and your kitchen is and whatever, if all of your kitchen stuff is just a mishmash of a bunch of junk, it's not gonna look good, it's not gonna feel good, and it's not, any new stuff that you buy is always gonna look a little bit worse because it's sitting next to a lot of old stuff that's tired and needs to go. Okay, item number 2 that needs to be spring cleaned out the door, and that is wire and plastic hangers. I know they give you the wire hangers for free at the dry cleaners, but just because they're free doesn't mean you need to keep them forever. Okay, there's also really like 2 reasons why I don't like plastic and metal hangers. The first one is they stretch out your clothes. So they're not good for your clothes. You know those little metal, they just don't have the structure to be able to support your clothing. So you know how like sometimes your sweater will get misshapen and everything just won't look right? It's because gravity is weighing the clothing down and it doesn't have the structure in the hanger to be able to support. So this is your sign to get rid of your metal and plastic hangers. Oh yeah, and the second reason is like take some pride in your wardrobe. Like your wardrobe is an extension of your house. Just because you are closing it with cupboard doors, it doesn't mean that it needs to look ugly and disorganized in there. Spend the time to really organize it so you can see what you have. You'll buy less because you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember I have this sweater, because it's organized and you actually want to spend time in your wardrobe, in your closet, looking at your clothing. Personally, what do I recommend? Wood hangers. I'm a really big fan of the boomerang one from IKEA. But there's other ones that are out there as well. You can get packs on Amazon and stuff, but go for wood hangers. They will have more structure for your clothing, which is going to make your clothing last a lot longer, which is an awesome thing. It'll also really nicely organize your cupboards so that you're excited to go in there every morning to pick out your outfits. Okay, item number 3 that needs to go. And this is a hard one, and this is a big decision, but I would say furniture that doesn't fit your space. I get that when you move, I hate this. I hate when you like have a couch that fits perfectly in your home and then you decide to move and it just doesn't work in the new space. The coffee table doesn't quite fit, the end tables don't quite fit, the rooms are gonna be different shapes and sizes, and what worked before isn't gonna work now. This is your sign that it's time to let it go. To me, I look at it like clothing. Imagine if you like lost 10 pounds or maybe gained like 15, like the quarantine 15, am I right? Let's say you've gained a little bit of weight or lost a little bit of weight and you're like, oh, but that sweater, which I love, is no longer fitting me the same way that it once did. But if it's not right, like it may have worked for you before, it doesn't work for you anymore. So you just need to be honest about that and then make a decision. And I think the decision should be, you know, Marie Kondo it and go, you know what? Thank you, sweater, for clothing me for all these years, but you just don't work for me anymore. See you later, and then get rid of it. The same thing goes for couches, end tables, rugs, things that used to work in your space that just don't fit anymore. Maybe you moved, maybe you bought some other items and now your spacing is a little bit off. So send those on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, and someone else can have them in their home and breathe new life into those wonderful pieces. Number 4 item that needs to go in the spring clean is the Boob Light. Okay, so I talked about the Boob Light several weeks ago in my lighting mistakes video that you're probably or maybe making. And you saw that video, didn't you? You saw that video and you said, Nick, you're right, the Boob Light's ugly. And then you looked up at your Boob Light and thought, oh, I do need to replace that. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's been 3 weeks or so. You haven't replaced that Boob Light, have you? Well, this is your other reminder to get rid of that Boob Light. It's time to go. It is builder basic, probably just this one-dimensional sort of lighting in the center of your space. You're not gonna get sort of an interesting and intriguing space by layering different lighting elements in your space. So it's time to go. See you later, Boob Light. We can do better. There are so many better lighting options that are out there. It's time to get rid of the builder grade fixtures. And this is it. This is your moment. It was your moment 3 weeks ago, but you didn't listen to me. So now, 3 weeks later, get rid of the Boob Light. Let's go. Okay, and next up on my list of spring cleaning items that you need to get rid of is linens, your old linens, like sheets, pillowcases, towels. I am so guilty of this. I will hold on to this stuff for way longer than I should. And honestly, like, think about it. Really think about it. You're spending probably 8, maybe more, it depends on how you feel, 8 hours a day in your sheets, sitting there, like, it's just not something you can't expect. What do you think, those are gonna last forever? You spend a lot of time in bed and you are going to be, that sounded bad. So your sheets, your pillowcases, these items do not last forever. They should be swapped out. These items that have been sitting there for 5, 6 years, you know who you are. You know these items need to be changed. Consider this your reminder, spring cleaning reminder, to get rid of those sheets. There's nothing quite like fresh linens. There are so many amazing options. It's a really affordable upgrade to your space. That includes also your towels or your hand towels or your tea towels. Don't you hang on to those There are people that hang on to their tea towels for like 20 years. They need to go. This is your opportunity to refresh them. Okay, thanks everyone. That's it for this video. If you'd like to check out those other lighting mistakes that I want to talk about that I mentioned, it's not just the Boob Light. There are other mistakes that you may be making. I'm going to link to that video here and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks. Bye.